up or down?
Up.
I'm sorry?
Up.
I feel like you're guessing. Do you remember which number you look at?
Oh no. Down.
It opens down, and it's because of this number out in front.
I was looking at the H and K.
Yeah, these actually have no bearing on the whether it opens up or down. So this one absolutely opens down. Does that mean this quadratic has a min or a max?
Uh,
And sometimes what you see
has a
students
max.
doing, yeah,
Max.
yes. And sometimes what you see students is actually they start drawing it. They're like, oh, it opens down, so therefore it must have a max. All right, let's try one more of these before we move on to a different form. Let's say I give you y equals 1/2 x plus 3 squared minus 4. And I'll write the standard form of the quadratic below it. Okay, can you tell me the value of h and k?
H and K. 4 and 3. 3, -4.
Okay, slow down here. Just give me one at a time. What's the value of h?
3.
Okay, so it's always the opposite of whatever's inside parentheses for h.
Alright.
So what is the opposite of 3?
-3.
-3, yeah. And k is always this other number. So k is
-4.
-4. And it's easy to get wrong. It's easy to be like, oh, is it 3 -4 or -3 4? You've got to very simply go slow when you're doing this. Keep it simple. All right. Now, does this quadratic open up or down?
Down.
Okay, so it depends on this number out here. What is the number in front of the parentheses?
Positive.
Positive. So positive opens up. So if the number is positive out in front, it opens up. In the previous problem, the number out in front was negative, so it opened down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since it opens up, does it have a min or does it have a max?
Min.
It has a min. Very good. Okay, so give me some feedback here. What is confusing about the H part? Like why do you think you're saying, okay, it's 3 or -3? What do you think is causing you the challenge here with that?
Because I just started this and I'm not used to doing it.
No, that's a fair answer. I'm asking though, is there anything about this that like visually that you don't like, or it's like, why is it the opposite? Is there anything that I could try to?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
So
not
let's
used
do
to
it.
this, I'm tired.
Yeah, let's do a few more here. Let's go y equals -5 x plus 2 squared plus 4. So I'll again write the value, or I'll write the standard form underneath. And can you tell me the value of h and the value of k?
Okay, H is -2 and
Good.
K 4.
Perfect. Okay. And does this open up or down?
It opens down.
Opens down, and that's because of this -5. Does it have a min or does it have a max?
It has a max.
Very good. Now, if you're making note cards, if it opens up, it always has a min. If it's opening down, it always has a max. Cool. All right, so that's one form of a quadratic. So the next form is called standard form. And standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is another form that you will see in the classroom. All right, so for example, it might be y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 7.
Right.
This is just an example. There's no action to take.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you're given an equation in standard form, you have to determine what is A, what is B, and what is C. Okay, so A, look, if you look at the standard form here, A is the number in front of x squared. what is in front of x squared in this equation?
Front of x squared. 2.
2. Okay. Now b is the number that's in front of x. Now it takes on the sign. So if there's a negative there, it's negative. If there's a positive there, it's positive. What is the value of b?
The value of b, it's negative 4.
Good. And then c is whatever is left over. So see how in this problem, you've got a +7. So your value of c is 7. Okay, now there's more to do, but for now, I just want us to determine the values of a, b, and c from a given equation. Okay, so I'll leave this up here. Let's do another example here. Let's say it's y equals -3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Can you tell me the value of a, b, and c, please?
Negative a is -3, b is 5, and c is -2. I've done this in class before.
Great, that's good to hear. Okay, so we're going to go back to this previous problem, and we're going to do a bit more work on it now that you fully understand that, because there's always more to do when it comes to quadratics. So we're going to determine the vertex. Okay, and to do that, you need to know some formulas. Now, are you normally given like an equation sheet, or do you get a cheat sheet before a test or a quiz? What do they give you?
I don't know. It depends.
Okay, so sometimes you'll see me write down some formulas, and I tend to box them in. And they're the kind of thing where it's like you want to write those down. Or if you're putting them on a reference sheet or cheat sheet, you want to write those down. Okay, so this formula says the x coordinate of the vertex is -b divided by 2 times a. So that's why we find the b value. Okay, the b value is here, the a value is here. Okay, so if we use this formula, let me get a little more room here. If we use this formula, -b over 2a, b is -4. Okay, and I substitute in parentheses. So like, instead of just writing minus, you generally put it in parentheses. Over 2 times a is 2. Okay, so all I did was substitute in the value of b and the value of a. Can you tell me what this simplifies to?
Positive 4.
Okay, on top, and how about on the bottom?
2.
Try again. You're
Uh,
multiplying.
4.
Okay, and what is 4 divided by 4?
It's 8.
Try again. 4 divided by 4.
Oh, 4 divided.
Yes.
2.
Try
Wait.
again.
No, it's 4 divided by divided. Man, I haven't.
That's okay. So division's like a shared
1.
problem. Yeah, you have four things and 4 friends, so each friend gets 1 thing.
Yeah, 1.
1. Good. So the x coordinate of the vertex is 1. Okay. Now, well, you might be asking, well, why are we doing all this? Well, you need to find both the x and the y coordinate. Okay. So the x coordinate is 1. So you take that 1 and you plug it back in wherever you see an x. So your y coordinate is 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 7. Okay. Can you simplify this for me, please, and give me the final result?
All right, so it's 2. It's 2 minus 4 plus 7.
Okay, and what is that result? What is the result of that?
It's crap. 2 minus 4 plus 7. It is
And if you're normally allowed to use a calculator, please grab whatever technology that you're allowed to use in the classroom.
Yeah, we're allowed to use calculator.
So please use one here. Like, I'm not enforcing like a no calculator policy, I want you to use exactly what you would have available to you when you're in class.
So it's y equals 5.
Yes, y equals 5. Good. Okay, so that's your vertex. Your vertex is x equals 1, y equals 5, and so that's an ordered pair 1, comma 5. All right. Okay, so new question for us to look at. We'll snip a new one in here, work on it together. Okay, so new question here. When there's nothing in front of the x squared, what number is assumed to be in front of the x squared?
1.
A 1. Good. So A is 1, B is -8, and C is 17. And the x coordinate of the vertex is -b over 2a. Okay, so I want you to calculate the x coordinate of the vertex. I want you to put in -8 for B and 1 for A and give me the final value.
It's -8.
Is that your final answer?
Wait, no. Oh, can you ask me the question again?
I want you to substitute the numbers for B and A into this equation and give me the reduced result.
All right, so -8 over 2, 2, 1.
Okay, and I'm asking you to simplify. It sounds like you're trying to do it verbally, and be better to write it down and work it out.
Try to do it verbally.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to tell me the result, and I'm asking you to work it out.
No.
I just want the final answer.
Oh, the final answer? I don't know.
Okay, so let me try it here one more time here. So I'm asking you to take the value of B and plug it in for of -8 and plug it in for B.
Oh,
Okay, and then 2 times 1 that goes in for A, like that. And then I'm asking you to simplify this. I'm asking you, Aiden, to determine what negative of -8 is, 2 times 1, and then divide.
all right. So +8 and divide the 2 and 1.
Well, they're on the bottom, they're multiplying. So you're going to multiply them first.
All right, multiply, so 2.
Okay, equals
8, 2.
8 divided by 2.
8 divided by 2 is 4.
4. Okay, so early, just a few moments ago, when I said, hey, I want you to work this out on your own, I was asking you to do this part in blue on your own. I wanted you to work that out and just give me the final answer of 4. That's what I was trying to get you to take away from that. Okay, so now we found the x coordinate of the vertex. We now need to find the y coordinate of the vertex. Okay, so the y coordinate of the vertex is found by taking the value of x, the number you just found, and plugging it in for x. We got to plug in 4 for x, and then 4 in this other position for x. Okay, so that's 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 17. Okay, so can you reduce this for us? Can you simplify this expression?
All right, let me try it.
Okay.
So you want the step by step, or just want me to skip to the answer?
I just want the final answer.
All right, y equals 1.
Okay, very good. Perfect. So when x is 4, y is 1, 4 comma 1 is your vertex. Very good. Okay, let's do another here. The goal here is to get you to be able to do this, completely on your own. So I'm going to have you do a little bit more each time without my help, but we'll look at this one together here. So let me snip it in.
No.
Okay, can you give me the values of A, B, and C, please?
All right, so A is 1, B is 2. Wait, A is -1, B
Good.
is -2, C is -2 again.
Very good. So the x coordinate of the vertex is minus b over 2a. Okay, so just like in the last problem, I was trying to get you to substitute the value of b in and a in. I'd like you to do that now and simplify this expression.
All right, minus -2 over 2 -1.
Okay, can you work that out on your own if you got paper available?
Yes. All right, so it's +2 and a -2, yes, and that equals a so divide something by something. 1.
So 2 divided by 2 is 1, but this negative comes with.
No.
Yeah, -1.
Good. Okay. And the more that you're able to do this on their own, the more confidence you're going to have when you get in there in the test. So the next step now, and this is the harder one, is to take this value of -1 and plug it back in for x. Okay. Now you've heard me mention this a few times, but whenever you substitute, it's best to substitute using parentheses. Okay, and I'll try to explain what I mean by that by putting x in parentheses here. Okay, so when you take this -1, you're going to put it wherever x is, but it's in parentheses. Okay, and the reason this matters is for order of operations. You want to make sure that you get the right order for calculating this final answer. It's easy to be off by a sign there. So our next step here is to take that -1 and we plug it in for x, just like you see here in this next line, and then we simplify. So we're going to work this together because this one's a little bit more complicated. Negative parentheses -1 squared. So when you're looking at this whole expression, you have to do the exponent first. Okay, you have to take -1 to the power of 2. Can you tell me what that is?
-1 to the power of 2, that's -2.
So what -1 to the power of 2 means -1 times -1.
Oh, I thought it just meant doubling it. So it's -1 times -1.
Yeah, what does that result in?
Times or divide?
You're multiplying. When they're squeezed together like this, they're multiplying.
It's just 1.
Just 1. But this negative gets brought down, and then the -1 squared is 1. So it's like each piece contributes a little bit to it.
Mm.
All right, now the next thing we're going to look at is this -2 times -1. Can you tell me what that results in?
That results in a hold on, let me get my calculator.
Bless you.
It's 2.
It's +2. Good. And then you just bring this -2 down. So now when you have positive and negative numbers, you just move left to right here to combine them. -1 plus 2 minus 2. Your final answer is -1.
Mhm.
Okay. So we found that x is -1 and y is -1. So your vertex is -1, -1. All right, let's look at another problem here. Okay, so new problem. Let me put a y in front. Y equals minus 3x squared plus 6x. What's the value of A? What's the value of B? And what's the value of C?
Value. It's oh wait, there's only two.
Okay, but tell me what you know. Do you know the value of A?
-3.
Good. How about B?
Oh, 6.
Okay. Now, before we
0.
it is 0. Good. And if you're ever unsure, it's always good to just write the form above it and be like, well, what's missing? Well, 0 in this case, because plus C plus 0. Good. All right. So now to find the vertex, we're going to use formulas again. So the formula is x equals minus b over 2a. I'd like you to calculate that for us, please.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to substitute in the value of 6 for b over 2 times -3.
Yeah, I was just about to get to that. I was just getting my. I was talking about how I didn't know where my calculator was.
No problem. What is 2 times -3?
2 times -3.
Yes.
It's
You're picking for kisses.
2. How
You're
about
asking for kisses.
it's -6.
Good. And when you have the same thing on the top and the bottom and you're dividing, it reduces to what value?
1. But is it a? Yeah, it's 1. Just 1.
Yep, because the two negatives cancel. Awesome. Okay, so really good job today. Is your dad around for some feedback?